And now let's talk about the business, the economy in times of war with my next guest, Svitlana Mykhailovska, the European Business Association Deputy Director. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Russian terror and this winter are causing huge problems for Ukrainians and businesses in particular. So, how serious is this challenge for the economy of Ukraine and entrepreneurs?
I would say it's indeed a very serious challenge. Ukrainian businesses are struggling to adapt to widespread blackouts that have become a feature of current daily life. Business activity had significantly worsened since the Russian strikes began on 10th of October, because just before that period, by the end of September, we conducted the research among the members of the European Business Association. And the feedback was that obviously they are striving, but majority of them managed to recover their operations. Would it be relocation to the western part of Ukraine? Would it be adaptation to new realities, finding new partners and new opportunities for them? But last week, Ukrainian Economy Minister, Vice Prime Minister and the Minister of Economy of Ukraine, Yulia Sviridenko, told reporters that Russian strikes on critical infrastructure could lead to a larger economic contractions this year, even over than 35 originally expected. So obviously some larger enterprises appear to be better equipped to cope with uncertainties and blackouts. However, we all heard that yesterday the industrial giant ArcelorMittal also temporarily suspended steel and rolled products production until the stabilization of energy supply in the country.
Yeah, that's really huge numbers, unfortunately. But what is the role of the state in support of businesses right now, and is there any?
Obviously, we clearly understand that majority of attention is now focused on military support, and that's clear. And even the budget for the upcoming year, the state budget of Ukraine, which was adopted by the parliament, mostly addresses the needs of the military and safety. But obviously there are a number of projects which are also would require attention of the government, like infrastructure, reconstruction of roads, infrastructure, energy infrastructure, and recovery of these objects. But what we see from business perspective, the major role of the government is right now not to support business financially. It's obviously not the time for that, but not to waste time and proceed with reforms. We've got this candidacy status, which allows us to move forward with the reforms in terms of liberalization of certain regulations in terms of business environment, harmonization of our standards. Of course, rule of law is #1 priority for the government these days. And obviously, currently we understand that no fiscal pressure is even possible to consider due to huge losses that suffers business these days.
Do we have to expect any tax reductions or exemptions?
I don't think so, because we have to support our social sector, obviously. But business is also plays a significant social role by establishing the jobs. And that's why business also plays significant role in contribution into the governmental and state budget by paying taxes. That's why we need liberalization in terms of doing business. We really ask for transparent dialogue because, for instance, when it comes to blackouts, we really need transparent dialogue with business from governmental institutions and authorities, because there are lots of stakeholders. And business need prediction, because what we see from different industries, actually, from dairy industry, animal, even IT industry, there should be certain certainty. I'm sorry for for this, but obviously we need to elaborate this tolerance to uncertainty these days. But at least having this transparent dialogue,
Yep.
what are the problems, would help business to understand the needs of the government and government to understand problems the business faces.
Thank you so much for your answers. Thank you, Svitlana. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Latest news, trends, and analytics on all about Ukraine. Like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, proposals, and comments, contact us via email.